students, we are doing treatment of accumulated profits, reserves and losses. In this section, workman compensation reserve and various cases of workman compensation reserve were discussed in the previous lecture, and today's lecture will be discussing investment fluctuation reserve. So before that, let us see the purpose of creating investment fluctuation reserve. So main purpose is to meet the fluctuations, in the value of investment, because we know that the investment which we have purchased, normally the fluctuations we used to see in the when we invest in shares. So the share price can increase or decrease. So there is a lot of fluctuation when you make investment in shares. So just to meet that fluctuation, we make investment fluctuation reserve. So if this fluctuation is positive, in that case you don't require this reserve. But if this fluctuation is negative, then you will be requiring the help of this reserve. And if suppose is in a particular event, like for example at the time of admission or at the time of change in profit sharing ratio, there is no fluctuation. In that case, the full amount of reserve will be distributed among all partners in the old ratio, because whatever reserve we are making, that reserve we are making out of past year's profit, and past year profit belongs to old partners only. It means the reserve which is left out should be given to the old partners in the old ratio. So let us see various cases. So first of all, we'll compare the market price of investment with the book value of investment. So there will be various cases arise. So your book value means the value given in the balance sheet value. And just for market value, we need to call an evaluator, and he will check the market price of our investment. So let us see various cases in this. So first case will be when the market value is of investment is just equal to the book value of investment, or you can say that balance sheet value of investment. So what will happen in that case? In that case, it means there is no loss in buying this investment. The value of investment is intact. There is no change in the value of investment. So whatever reserve is made, you will divide that full reserve between all partners in the old ratio. So in this case, what is the treatment? The treatment would be, will be dividing full investment fluctuation reserve. So journal entry will be investment fluctuation reserve account debit to old partners capital account. Let us do example also side by side. For example, you are the book value of the investment is, let us say, 1 lakh, and the market value of investment is also 1 lakh. So in this case, and suppose the reserve which you are having, the value of reserve investment fluctuation reserve is, let us say, 25,000. So the full amount of 25,000 will be given to the old partners, and if they are maintaining fixed capital accounts, in that case we will be giving benefit through their current account. So now let us discuss the second situation. What could be second situation? When the market value of investment is more than book value of investment. So will you be having profit or loss? Just guess. Suppose this is 1 lakh and now the market value is, let us say, 1,30,000. So what will happen in this case? In this case there is a gain. How much gain? There is a gain of 30,000. And what to do with this gain? This gain will be given to the partners through revaluation account. So let us see the treatment of this also. So first of all, journal entry for this: increase in the value of investment. Asset is increasing. So what is to be done when asset is increasing? Asset account debit. So investment is increasing. Investment account will be debited to. The benefit will be transferred to revaluation account by how much? With the difference of 30,000. And you know that revaluation profit will ultimately go to partners' capital. Will it be given to new partner also? No, it will go to old partners in the old ratio. So this is the journal entry for increase in the value of investment and this is the journal entry for giving benefit to the partners. You know the rule of capital account? Whenever there is a gain, you want to give gain, partners' capital accounts are credited. So this is a being profit on revaluation is transferred to old partners, old ratio. Old partners and old ratio. I hope you will be able to understand OPOR. We used to say OPOR. Old partners, old ratio. Individually we will be writing the name of both the partners. So I think this concept is clear to you. Whenever market value of investment is more than the book value, it means it is a situation of gain. Now let us discuss other situations. Situation 3. When market value of investment is less than the book value of investment. As we are assuming that book value of investment is, let us say, 1 lakh. Suppose the market value of investment is 90,000. And how much investment fluctuation reserve we are having? Suppose we are having investment fluctuation reserve with rupees 25,000. Suppose this is the value of investment fluctuation reserve and the market value of investment is 90,000. So how much loss is there? The decrease in the value, we can say that, of investment is less than investment fluctuation reserve. It means you can easily meet the fluctuation in the investment. So how to do this? After meeting a loss of 10,000, because this is 1 lakh and this is 90. So there is a loss of 10,000. So we'll decrease our investment by 10,000 and then remaining part of reserve will be distributed to the old partners in the old ratio. Now see the journal entry for this. Journal entry for this will be investment fluctuation reserve account debit to investment, because this will lead to decrease in asset. And what is the rule for decrease in asset? It will be credited. So this is by 10,000 and this is by 25,000. You will make proper format. And suppose firm is having two partners, A and B, equal partners, and C is admitted for 1/3 share. Suppose this is the case. Along with this, so here we'll be individually writing partners capital, A's capital account, and to B's capital account with the remaining amount of reserve. Remaining amount of reserve will be 15,000 distributed equally. It means 7,500 and 7,500. So I hope this entry is clear. Whenever there is a reserve, but that reserve, the market value of investment is less than the book value, but this is under the investment fluctuation reserve. In that case, the left out reserve will be distributed among the old partners in the old ratio. Old ratio. Yes. So now let us discuss fourth case. What will happen in case of in fourth case? When the market value of investment is less than book value and this decrease in the book value is more than available reserve. For example, the book value is 1 lakh. Let me write it here only so that you will be able to understand better. And the market value of investment is, let us say, 70,000. So how much decrease? Book value is decreased by 30,000. But how much reserve is available with us? The reserve which is available with us is 25,000. So will you be able to meet full loss due to decrease in the value of investment? No. You will be able to meet only 25,000. So remaining 5,000 will be taken from revaluation account. So let us see how to meet this through revaluation account. So your journal entry will be investment, and nothing will be given to the partners because the full investment fluctuation for reserve is being utilized here. Investment fluctuation reserve account debit. It is 25,000 available, and 2, there is a decrease in the value of investment by how much? Decrease in the value of investment by rupees 30,000. So the gap is filled by the revaluation account. And this is also very important that whenever you are debiting or crediting revaluation, always pass the second entry, because I have seen that student used to forget this entry, second entry. Second entry is that you have to transfer loss or profit to partners capital account. Partners capital means old partners. So this is a loss. So in this case, you will be giving debit to, if suppose A and B are partners, old partners capital account debit, A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit. I hope you will be able to see this. Account debit to revaluation account. To revaluation account. How much in revaluation account? It will be 5,000 in revaluation account, because we have taken 5,000 from this, and here it will be equally divided for 2,500 and 2,500. 2,500 and 2,500. So old partners, old ratio. I hope all these cases are clear to you. So let us do a numerical from T.S. Deva's book. So this is numerical 56, question number 56, page number part D. I hope you will be able to see this numerical 5.92. Give the journal entry to distribute investment fluctuation reserve of rupees 24,000 at the time of admission of Z. When investment market value 1,10,000 exists at 1,20,000, the firm has two partners X and Y. So we are required to give journal entry for investment fluctuation reserve. It is available with 24,000 and the market value of investment is 1,10,000, while the book value is 120 and partners, two partners, so ratio is not given to you. So let us write the briefing of this. This is my question number 56 and D part. The book value of investment is given to us as 1,20,000, while the market value of investment is 1,10,000. It means decrease in the value. What is the decrease in the value of investment? Decrease in the value of investment is 10,000. And how much reserve is available against this? Against this reserve which is available to us is 24,000. So reserve is more. This is my investment fluctuation reserve. So what will happen when reserve is more? We will be able to divide the remaining part among the old partners in the old ratio. So here I am writing it again. Decrease in the value of investment is less than investment fluctuation reserve. This is 10,000 and this is 24,000. So let us do the treatment. In this case, investment, we will be making a format of journal entry. I have not made the format, but you are required to make. Whenever you are required to ask the journal entry, you need to make the format. Fluctuation reserve account debit. We are having 24,000 reserve to investment. How much investment you are having? We are having an investment of 10,000 and then two partners. How many partners? We are having two partners X and Y. X capital account to Y's capital account, and I hope partners are not maintaining fixed capital. No, nothing is mentioned. X capital account. Remaining is 12,000. 12,000 will be distributed equally among X and Y. 6,000, 6,000. So I hope this treatment is also clear to you. Now let us do the next part, which is part number F of the same question. And I think this is also, we have practiced this numerical when we did change in profit sharing ratio. Let us read it. ABC were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 6:3:1. They take Z into the partnership with effect from 1st April 2020. The new profit sharing ratio between A, B, C, D will be 3:3:1. 3:3:1. They also decided to record the effect of the following without affecting their book value. Means without distributing. The book value should not change. So these cases we have done in change in profit sharing ratio. So general reserve is given to you, contingency reserve is given to you, profit and loss, credit balance, advertisement, suspense. Pass necessary journal entry through partners current account. So there are two important things. There you are required to pass journal entry through partners current account also. So let us do this numerical. This is question number 56, part F. So here general reserve is given to you as 1,50,000, but before that first step will be calculate their gaining or sacrificing ratio. Because here we are not required to, which case is this? You can write down on the top, when they don't want to distribute accumulated profits and reserves. When accumulated profits and reserves along with losses are not to be distributed. Not to be distributed. So this is also very important case. So let us calculate. Their old ratio is given to us as 6:3:1. This is for A, B, C, and D is not having any old ratio, so total is 10. And their new ratio 3:3:3:1. So this is also 10. You can directly subtract 3, 0, minus 2 and 1, minus 1. This will be 3/10. Don't forget to write divided by 10. So who is gaining? This partner A is sacrificing, and who is gaining? C is gaining. And I told you how to check this. The total of these two has to be equal to this. Yes, it is there. So the whole burden of addition lie on the shoulder of A, and B is neither gaining nor sacrificing. So B will not be participating. So here we'll be making a journal entry of G2S. This is the base for journal entry, and for that gaining share we need to calculate, do step 2, and step 2 will be calculating the cumulative effect of all this. So let us add sum total of all accumulated profits and reserves and losses. Accumulation, or you can write accumulated will be better. Accumulated profits and reserves as well as losses also. So first of all, what is given to you? Accumulated. So first of all, general reserve is with you. The amount of general reserve is 1,50,000. Then contingency reserve will be distributing this also. And never distribute employees provident fund, because it purely belongs to employees. 60,000 profit and loss, credit balance. Profit and loss, credit balance 90. So the sum total of this will be 3 lakhs. And after that, advertisement suspense is given to you, so we'll be deducting. This is our accumulated loss. Advertisement suspense, we'll be deducting this advertisement suspense. So the value is 120. So finally we'll be getting 1,80,000. And now we'll be calculating the gaining or sacrificing share. B is gaining by 2/10. So 2/10 of this will be 36,000. This is which B is going to give to A, and 1/10 of this will be 18,000, which D. Just wait. This C is going to give to A, because B is neither gaining nor losing. So this is C is going to give to A, and this is D is going to give to A. So let us frame journal entry. In this, these two partners will be giving to A. So C's capital account, and partners are maintaining current account. So this will be done through current account. C's current account debit, D's current account debit, and finally it will go to A's current account. How much? It will be 36,000 here and 18,000 here, and total is 54,000 to A. And B is not at all participating, so you will not be writing B. So this is the net effect without affecting. This is also very important, without affecting their book value. So I hope all these treatments of investment fluctuation fund, workman compensation fund, accumulated losses, all these must be clear to you. So you practice all these numericals. Now let me write your home assignment. Till 56 you can easily do the numericals, leaving this 47 to 53. So now you can do question number 54, 55, and I advise you for T.S. Grewal's book, I advise you to do the examples also, because through examples you will be able to get it better. So that's all for today. Have a nice day.